Lead my cause, oh Lord, cause the enemies, them a fight me hard. Thy rod and thy staff make me stop the enemy with them poison. Man a steel, man a lightning. When thunder a clap, it sound frightening. Black rain fall, it not fall lightly. When you're born and when you're dead, it's untimely. Lord God, pandemic, world crisis. Where the Buddha, where the Allah, where the crisis.
World movement. Well, you don't know this is King Lazarus. And this next song is called State of Emergency. We don't want no more bloodshed, no innocent dead. A message we are send to all the kill them. No more bloodshed, no innocent dead. A message we are send. It's a state of emergency. The people need help urgently. Watch yourself when you're walking on the street. Broad daylight and gunshot a beat. It's weeping and moaning and gnashing of teeth. It's bloodshed, warring on the streets. Eradicate poverty and crime would cease. Somebody tag Rowley. Election time and them coming on the streets. Full of the people with them hopes and dreams. Unfulfilled promises. Tired fear the people, but we don't want to. We want to send this message because we fed up of the crime. Listen. It's a state of emergency. The people need help urgently. Watch yourself when you're walking on the street. Broad daylight and gunshot a beat. It's a state of emergency. The people need help urgently. Watch yourself when you're walking on the street. Broad daylight. Make we start count from 1 to 10. Once upon a time when everyone a friend. Every get a youth and every garrison.
We just know what's blessed by great performance, King Lazarus. King Lazarus, what's your vibes for everything?
Just somebody now. Give thanks again still.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Thanks for the performance, thanks for being here. I want to get to know a little bit more about King Lazarus in terms of, tell me a little bit about yourself now.
Alright, King Lazarus is a international recording artist. I've been doing the music ever since I know myself. Within the music, we've been trying to do it on a professional level for some years now. Since I came to Trinidad, I produced a lot of songs.
So you say since you came to Trinidad,
And
but you were born here?
I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. Right, and well, I'm more get the experience from traveling and doing the music outside of the country. And sometime before the pandemic, you could say basically about 4 years now, I came to Trinidad really.
Cool. And in terms of the music, you say you do music from since you knew yourself.
Ever since I know myself.
So that was a natural thing from since you're young?
It was we form a DJ crew, like a sound system.
Cool, yeah.
Right? And I was in the main mic man, but I was the one who had music in me. So from being a part of the crew, I started doing dubplates from our sound system.
And what you were in
when I started doing the dubplate for our sound and watching the reaction when they play it in parties, will give me more confidence to singles professionally then.
What was your first song you ever recorded? You remember?
The first song I ever recorded was on dubplate really. But the first single I do, a song called It's My Cologne and the next one called My Job. We recorded them around the same time, and the song called My Job, it was #1 in England on Manchester, a radio station called Peace FM. It was #1 for like 6 weeks. Yeah, what did it say? King Lazarus, alongside every Chris Asher, repatriation is a must. We do it on a Bob Marley radio, we get the clearance everything. It's on YouTube too,
Alright, cool. Well, we do a top 10 songs, okay, at Trinidad music. You do any music videos of that?
Yeah, we have a music video right now for the Beat My Cause.
Alright, cool. I will check it out and make sure you on the top 10. In terms of the transition to tell yourself, alright, we ain't doing the dubs thing no more. I want to release singles. What made you transition to do like singles and start to record professional?
Even from doing the first dubplate and thing, we was in studio with people like Fred Lux. I don't know if you know Fred Lux, one of the greats from Jamaica, veterans in the business. So from being in them settings and seeing a big artist who sings how to record some songs properly. And then even meeting Sizzler and other artists doing dubplates to them, you see in the professional levels that other artists doing it at. So personally, seeing that closer, I was already inspired from that age, and it's only until we finished high school and I traveled to England and that type of thing where the how to put it, the resources, the funding, everything was from my father mostly. Really, go England, because I had just leave New York. And when I came to Trinidad, at a point in time, I wasn't getting myself in trouble, but people around me, like close family and friends now, was involved in one or two things where if anything happened to you, you can't travel.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good idea. He escape wherever it is. Go England, go England. He was always behind me. Going myself in no trouble with the law, even till now, thank God. Right? I was able to travel. I went to school a little bit. I do the music mostly.
How the vibe in England was?
It was nice. Different, yes, but for me it was nice as I experienced because the reception sometimes that I get from the people who outside of your culture is like you wouldn't believe how they love Caribbean people, black people, African culture out there in the music.
So much love, for some with so
They
much,
treat you like a king.
But where you feel is the disconnection here in Trinidad?
I think
Why we don't show, that love to each other?
I think familiarity does breed content. So I have you here every day seeing you. I get so accustomed to you that I start to downplay your value and not appreciating what you really stand for because you're so close to me. It's like,
But we're not supposed to know each other's value when we around each other more?
yeah, right. Who know you in comparison to people who don't know you at all, and the reception they get when they hear your works. Sometimes the people who know you might just tell you yes because there's a friend or your girlfriend or your brother or something, they don't want to hurt your feeling. But a stranger now who don't know you, who don't care about your feelings, is going to tell you the truth. Yeah, you sound good, or no, it's not sounding good.
And for me, I see that as a bad thing. I think when we, connect each other and we, spend time with each other, I think we as people have to, how to say, appreciate the value in others. Because just by people spending time, time is something that is priceless.
Yes.
You have to appreciate that.
Yes.
And like that has confused me. Like here people do have that type of love for each other.
I realize that kind of a bandwagon mentality. They wouldn't really jump on it until they seen it actually moving. When the vehicle is moving, everybody wants to jump and get a ride. But nobody's going to be there to help push that vehicle when most times it's just a push that you need.
Yeah.
And as on the ground, we need that support from we local brothers and sisters who we seeing every day because to be honest with you, this is the people who really giving you the fuel and the energy to start.
But I love the way that they're going now.
Yeah.
Why are we so accustomed to the crab in the barrel kind of vibe?
Why they are accustomed to that? To me, I think it's fear within your own self. Why fight your brother? Why fight your family or your cousin or your sister or stop your brethren from reach? It's because you fear he's going to reach and forget all your or something because in my mentality, I will push you to accomplish whatever it is you're doing. You know why? When you make it or you accomplish something and you get through, energy, it's still paying forward,
Tell me a little bit more on that. You're saying, people may have fear that people may do better than others, but what's the reason? Because I would say, right, if somebody is doing good, even though he don't look back, that's still helping you, no?
And next thing I realize in life as well, if somebody help you, you mightn't necessarily need to help back that same person, but you could pay it forward in some other way. It have other youths or it have other people who you might be able to give that strength to as well.
And you see that simple point there, I think people need to understand and know that. Because people just watch and say, all right, they'll help somebody, and then they're looking back.
You're looking
for the same person to help them.
You never help me.
And I want all the viewers to understand that. I want all the viewers to listen to what we're saying specifically and hear it.
That make the love, it go a longer ways like a chain reaction. So instead of sending a negative virus, send a love in a positive way then. So it could infect other people in a positive way, uplift our life. So if I help you, you don't necessarily need to come back and help me tomorrow. Give somebody else the strength and pay it forward. So goodness could continue to go forward,
So
places in America, that was when I was younger, then England, different states in England, London, Manchester, Birmingham, European places like France, Spain, Germany, just to name a few. Only few places I didn't really travel and go yet is the Africa, and I need to see my rest of Caribbean islands. No? I perform in a few events, some big shows as well. Not in the States. I perform in a few events in Trinidad as well, but now is the time where we're trying to take it to the right level and let the right set of people hear what we're doing.
Cool. And in terms of music, who you working with right now?
I work with a lot of producers from overseas.
All right, and you say you create your own production. So, in terms of you doing your own production, did you, how to say, you went to school and learn it, or you were self-taught?
I want to say self-taught, and it coming like this. You can't be working on a construction site and you don't buy a trowel and a tape measure. For 5 years, 10 years, you work in construction and you're going to remain as a laborer. That don't make sense. So since I was a little youth man going studio, seeing you can't be in an environment and not learn nothing or pick up nothing. So it could be video editing, it could be music production. If I sitting down with you, I learning everything you're doing. I learning the program, and you don't have to teach me nothing. You don't have to tell me. I learning from observation.
I get nothing better than that.
But
So,
we stick it right
Lazarus, you tell me, you're kind of self-taught, you're doing your
kind
vibes.
of self-taught.
You're self-taught, right? So, like, walk me through it, because you say, you say watch and observe.
Yeah, I watch and observe a lot. What I learn from observing, really, and what it is I learn from going on the internet and just trying to learn more. It was good.
In terms of the support system for you as an artist, you how to say, you're comfortable, you're happy with the support you have.
To be truthful, I doing it as an independent artist right now, and we all know that in the music business, it's very important to have a team.
So, would you say you're getting support from like close family members, friends right now?
Yes, I have a small team, and it comes as if when I say I'm an independent artist, imagine running a record label and it's one person doing all the work. All right then. So that is the challenges I might be facing at times.
We know that the majority of people now are gravitating to, I would say, negative music, right? As an artist coming up,
music is a reflection of life. As I say, art does imitate life, right? And the youth singing about what it is they're experiencing and what it is they see and they know. But what I want to tell some of them, your life consists of other things. You mean to say it's only gangster thing you could sing? You don't love no woman? You don't praise God? It's other topics you could talk about. So you must be able to sing a song about loving somebody. You must be able to sing a song about giving thanks for something you go through in life. You could be able to sing a song about the struggles you face. So I think they just need to be a bit more creative, because even the same people who like to listen gangster songs, you have to listen to something positive, because it's not whole day, 24/7, 365 days. Your mind you need to hear positive, you need to hear uplifting, you need to hear a sad song, because we have different moods.
But all right, I'm not too sure if you just go into the different areas that I don't know.
Well, I don't really party much. Well, for the obvious reasons, you see, it's a matter of preserving yourself too, because I mean to say, I don't want to be too.
But let me touch on this in terms of right now, the crime situation in the country. What is your vibe in terms of, you think that the music has that type of influence on, it influencing the crime that's going on in the country right now?
You speak is very powerful, and what you say also create and manifest into life. So on one hand, you could say what you say as a message is like a mantra or a spell you're chanting, so it have an effect. At the same time, we watch an action movie, a violent action movie. After you watch whichever big superstar in the action movie do this or that, you're not going and recreate that. So watching a movie and listening to the music is not a crime situation in the country. If you eradicate poverty, crime would cease. And that's what I say in the state of emergency song. Tag Rowley, right? And one of the lyrics is if you eradicate poverty, crime would cease because you tend to see crime stemming from lack of opportunities. Where a youth now might know he could go to the community center and learn how to weld, or he might go wrong so and learn how to plaster a wall, and instead as a professional, because you learn something, and that's the problem in the country. And if it have opportunities where the youths could get involved, sometimes they don't know about it. And one thing I want to say is that Trinidad is not a suffering country. It have people in other places, in other countries who suffering more than us. So we just need to open up our mind to what it is it have, and the people who might be having
All
the
the go to the number
resources,
7. I
or
know
the
the interview is going
monetary.
real good. People, we can ask some more. We're going to go to the number. Touch on something, King Lazarus. Every time that I am speaking to someone, there's always a kind of vibe or energy, like they're doing music or there's an artist on the side.
Uh-huh.
They're not doing it full time. They're doing
Yeah.
it like if it's a side thing until they get through.
Or it's a hobby, or
Yeah,
it's not that serious. Like,
yeah, and I want to kind of push the vibe and let them know that, hey, let me try to be committed to this. If you're choosing to be an artist or a musician,
Not half step.
yeah. So what do you think about that in terms of, because there are challenges, but
Yes.
what do you think about that vibe?
It's very hard sometimes because you need to be able to support yourself and your family, especially if you have children and things. But he's an artist, he's an artist, he's a creative person, he's a creative person. Don't watch the money or the fame or the level of success you might gain. He's an artist, he's an artist. They can't take that from you.
As of everything in life, somebody that have a desk job, because whilst you have a desk job, you waiting on a salary every month. Whereas being a creative as an artist, you have to put in the work.
Yeah,
But
you don't know what tomorrow might bring sometimes.
yeah, and some people kind of tend to don't understand that aspect of it, because at the end of the day, as a creative, you have to keep investing into your craft.
Yes.
Because you don't know when or don't know what time something will happen that will take you over the line.
The big break could come true at any
Anytime.
moment.
Anytime.
So if he's an artist, that is what he is.
You go through any other kind of challenges.
Face the challenges all the time because as an artist now, I have to balance family life, and if music not generating money to pay your bills, how you going to pay your bills? So you have to know how to do what you gotta do and balance it to suit, because music is music, but it also have a thing called music business. And it sounds similar, but it's two different things. So when you learn the business side of music, why it is I would be worried too much when I know I have a business here. You do what you got to do in order to push your business, which means I could have a job, I would tell any artist this. If you want to go and get a job, don't let somebody else work take over what your work is. So in anything you're doing, mind your business. So you could hustle at the side, and you need to be actually connecting and sending it out there to the people. So find a way to see about your youths, or pay your bills, or do whatever you gotta do, and focus on your music or your acting, or wherever it is you're drawing, whatever creativity you love, focus on it. And don't be an idiot and think like, all right, as an artist, I don't need to do nothing else, and you waited for the big break. Do what you gotta do, and still focus on your music and mind your business, and keep that in mind. And it's a message we're sending, it's a positive, uplifting message. So this is a mission we on. It's almost as if it's an evangelist mission you're on. You don't have time for nothing else,
Yeah, see, I want to say thanks and a special thanks. I really appreciate your time, appreciate your talent, appreciate your energy. You would have definitely have things that happen in the future at Trinidad. Before you go, I just want you to, just let the people know where they could catch you for bookings, see a number, that kind of thing.
All right, for all bookings, and on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, just remember that. And you can find me on all the social media platforms at Real King Lazarus. I had to put in the real because a lot of people trying to take the name Lazarus. And go over YouTube, type in King Lazarus, you will see the official artist channel. Subscribe and show your support. This is how we grow. Over Spotify, same thing. support the music. This is how we go, you know.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
So give thanks for having me on the program. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
man.
The
Good
vibe
vibes
was
all
nice,
the
you know.
time. Yes, man. Good vibes
Yeah,
all the
man.
time. People.
Full of the people with them hopes and dreams. Unfulfilled promises. I had fear the people, but we don't want no more bloodshed. No, we not send dead. A message we are send to all the kill them. No more bloodshed. No, we not send dead. A message we are send. We don't want no more bloodshed. No, we not send dead. A message we are send to all the kill them. No more bloodshed. No, we not send dead. A message we are send. It's a state of emergency. The people need help urgent.